Another fine show brought to you by the Law of Attraction Radio Network. The Law of Attraction Talk Radio is the radio show that is changing the world through science and spirituality as we realize that our well-being and our happiness is through our own thoughts. The Law of Attraction Talk Radio with Jules. Welcome to Law of Attraction Talk Radio. I'm Jules from beautiful and peaceful Southern California. Wow, are you going to love tonight's show? It's all about this phenomenal new DVD movie called The Living Matrix, and it has incredible information that will literally change the way you think about your body, your mind, and medicine. The Living Matrix delivers a powerful statement that every human being is a powerful creature in which we have abilities to heal ourselves. It's verification that we live beyond our 3D reality and are discovering the fourth dimension, where scientific documentation is now showing that the field that surrounds us is a reality. If you want to view yourself in a totally different light and see yourself as the magnificent being that you really are, you will want to stay tuned for this fantastic show. And before I bring out the director, Greg Becker, and the executive producer, Harry Massey, and Susan Becker, who is another producer, I want to talk first about the movie, The Living Matrix. For the first time in medical history, scientists have gained significant momentum in presenting evidence-based research that reveals energy and information fields, not genetics, control human biology. The Living Matrix is a new documentary that challenges conventional medicine to incorporate this evidence into its approach to healthcare. It's the first film to bring together some of the most respected scientists, academics, and practitioners to explore theories in bioenergetic medicine, such as our friends Bruce Lipton, Eric Pearl, Lynn McTaggart, Roland McCready, Edgar Mitchell, Marilyn Schlitt of the Institute of Noetic Sciences, and many, many more. The Living Matrix is a catalyst to change and improving our healthcare system. And let me be perfectly clear on this. It's not about improving health insurance. It's about improving the way that we understand our bodies to work. I am thrilled to have on the show tonight the director of The Living Matrix, Greg Becker, who's been a director, producer, and filmmaker for the last 25 years. He has a lifelong passion for understanding the latest scientific discoveries and how they relate to everyday life. And we have executive producer Harry Massey, who studied economics at England's University of Southampton and went on to gain a master's degree in business administration. His pursuit of innovation in alternative healing stems from a severe case of chronic fatigue syndrome. He accelerated his journey back to health when he met scientist and doctor of Chinese medicine, Peter Fraser. Now, for those of you who have not heard of Peter Fraser, he developed the body field therapy, which combines physics, biology, and Eastern medicine, and gave Massey a brand new life. Harry was and Harry is determined to make this healing process known to people all over the world. And tonight, Harry's calling in from Spain, so I'm so delighted that he could be with us. Also with us is producer and distributor Susan Becker, who owns the company Imaginate with her director husband, Greg. I am so delighted to have you all here tonight on Law of Attraction Talk Radio. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having us, Jules.
Well, actually, it's my thanks to you for making such a tremendous, life-changing movie. This is wonderful. I just love it.
Well, great. Well, thank you.
Greg, was all this information new to you? or did you know anything about it?
I did have some understanding of quantum physics. I've been kind of doing research into those areas. And of course, I'd seen films like What the Bleep and things that have kind of scratched the surface with the idea of how quantum physics affects our reality, but not really in the healing realm. It was kind of a whole new area, and I'd tell you, one of the fun things about making the film was going on this journey of just learning all these different ideas and pathways and finding new ways to implement them and make it into one giant cohesive, understanding of the story in the end. I mean, it was a tremendous journey for all of us, really.
What an exciting journey. Susan, I know you're the producer, but you're also the distributor as well, aren't you?
Well, actually, I acted as the producer for most of the shooting that went on in the United States. So I've been really actively involved in helping put the movie together and also in setting up our distribution, which we've started on the Internet and has been going really, really well. And we're expanding that right now with some distributors all over the world. But so I've been involved from the very beginning. And as Greg said, it's been just a transformational journey, and we've learned so much. I've learned so much, and it's also changed me in many ways. So it's very exciting.
No doubt all of your lives have changed because this is truly a life-changing movie. So tell me, how did you go about getting all of these phenomenal scientists and academics in your movie? I mean, they're from all over the world and they're top-notch.
Well, it was really kind of an interesting pathway. I mean, we started out just we were in Germany and working with a couple of people there were helping us just to locate some physicists, and Harry had known quite a few people initially, but it was kind of a synergistic flow that happened as we started down the pathway where the doorways would open up and different people would just appear, and we were able to organize our schedules and get them to appear on the film themselves. So it was really, that part was really an interesting experience in itself.
Well, when you're on the right path, things just flow incredibly, like miracles.
I think that's what happens sometimes when you get on the path and everything works synchronistically. Greg and Harry had done a lot of reading, and they knew some of the people that they definitely wanted to contact, but then those people would suggest other people that we hadn't thought of and open the doors so that we could get in to interview them. So it all sort of unfolded in a beautiful way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the perfect example of the law of attraction in action. I mean, we had quite a clear vision of what we wanted to portray in the movie, and then the people came along to show that. And I mean, one example of that you just brought up is we didn't actually know Eric Pearl, and but the reason he came about is we really wanted a really moving story, and we had in our head perhaps a young child, a very young boy or girl that would open the movie, and we didn't actually have that example right until the last moment, and then suddenly Eric turned up in San Francisco and mentioned this boy he'd just treated with cerebral palsy in Greece, and that's how he was suddenly cut into the movie in the last 2 months, I think.
That was a great story with Eric Pearl and that little boy. Oh, very moving. So what was the mission or the message of the movie that you want people to walk away with?
Well, it's really a positive message of hope, because there's so many people out there who have chronic fatigue, or they have some kind of chronic syndromes that are kind of at the end of their ropes, and they don't have an idea of what possibilities are out there beyond the traditional allopathic medicine. Or maybe they've looked a little bit, but they haven't had a chance to really see, how many options are out there. What are their areas of possible of things that you could implement into your life and help you to change your health. And I think that's really the positive message that we're trying to come across with here. It's a message of empowerment. Take responsibility for your health. Go out and look at these options. And if you do the research, you'll see there's some fascinating things that are happening. It's an explosive time. I mean, the amount of information and the new methodologies that are coming out, it's just mind-boggling what's happening.
I think one of the other goals of the film was to bring together all of these. We have over 16 researchers and practitioners who are on the leading edge of bioenergetics and informational healthcare, and to show that their work is very valid, and there's a lot of scientific evidence that shows how and why these different approaches work. And I don't think that people really have had the chance to access this information, and we just wanted to pull it together and make it really accessible and understandable so then people can go on and find out more. But we just wanted to put that message out there that this is really very exciting work, and it's very valid work.
To hear the rest of this very informative interview on Law of Attraction Talk Radio, go to LOARadionetwork.com.